welcome back to a brand new episode of the Riff Rundown. I hope this is finding you and yours doing well this weekend. My name is Angela Petrilli, here with my friends at Fishman for a brand new episode of the Riff Rundown. Today's episode is pre-recorded. I've gotten a ton of requests for this song. I know you guys really love when I do the Beatles tutorial. So today, we're going to be learning Day Tripper. Really fun song here. Have your electric guitar in standard tuning for this one today. As always, you guys are enjoying the lessons. Please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It really does help the cause. And if you want to check out all the cool Fishman gear that I'm using in these lessons, including these Fishman Fluence pickups, you can go ahead and click the link in the video description below. And while you're there, I started a Patreon page, so you can go ahead and check out all the fun that we have on Patreon. It's really fun. We'd love it if you joined us. So be sure to check that out. So as always, you guys know I like to ask a question before we get started. So please let me know where you are tuning in from and your favorite guitar riff. Okay, so where are you tuning in from? Favorite guitar riff, electric guitar, standard tuning. Really glad you're here. Here is Day Tripper by the Beatles. Go ahead and get started. Really fun song. So we're gonna do here, and one thing I want to keep in mind, I want you guys to think about when we're playing this. When you are playing the riff, the alternate picking is going to make this so much smoother. So really take your time when you are learning this, that up, down picking with your picking hand is gonna make this nice and smooth. So really keep that in mind. Keep that as a priority as you're learning this one today. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's look at the top. So this intro riff is going to be repeated 5 times at the top of the tune. So I'm going to play it a little slower than I did at the top, and then I'll talk you through it. All right, so here we go. Nice and slow. So let's talk about it. We're going to do here, first starts with that open E string. Now, all of this is being played over an E7 chord. Okay, so keep in mind all the cool notes that we're playing here. All right, so you have E. Your second finger is going to play the G note at the 3rd fret of the E string. Then you're going to pluck a G sharp at the 4th fret. So don't forget to alternate pick. Here we go. Just like that. Pretty simple. Let's do that again. From there, we're going to get our first finger. I want you to place this across the 2nd fret of the A string and the 2nd fret of the D string. So as far as the notes, it's a B note and an E note respectively. Okay? So I want you to play those, B to E, just like that. Okay? Let's combine it with the other 3 notes before it. Let's do that again. From there, open D string. Pretty straightforward. Let's do that. And again. 3, 4. Okay, not too bad. So from there, that first finger, we're going to play that B note again. Then we're going to play the F sharp with our pinky finger, 4th fret of that D string, back to the B note, open D string, to that E note, 2nd fret of the D string. Just like that. Nice and slowly. That's the whole intro riff. Pretty cool. So let's go ahead. Nice and slowly here. Can't play anything fast, we can't play slow. Don't forget to alternate pick. Here we go. Like that. Now, being played over that E7 chord. That is going to be repeated 5 times the intro. Now, when we get into the verse, we're going to play that E7 riff 2 times, and then we're going to play an A7 riff. I want you to keep this in mind. The A7 riff that we're about to learn here is exactly the same, okay? We're just going to bring everything down a string. So the A7 riff sounds like this. So let me show you how to play that. So we have the open A string to the C, 3rd fret, to C sharp, 2nd fret of that D string E, 2nd fret of the G string A, to the open G string. Let's just focus on that. Nice and slowly here. Don't forget to alternate pick. Let's do that again. Once more. C sharp. You're not invited to that party. Let's do that again. So just like that. From there, where do you get that first finger? Place it on the 2nd fret of the D string E, pinky finger, 4th fret of the G string. Just like that. Going back to that 2nd fret of the D string E, open G string, 2nd fret of the G string A is an apple. That's the whole riff. Let's go ahead and play that A7 riff nice and slowly. Can't play anything fast, we can't play slow. Take your time. Here we go. Now let's combine it with our E7 riff. So what we're going to do here, we're going to play the top of the verse. E7 riff 2 times, A7 riff once, E7 riff once. Okay? And then that will lead us into our chorus. So again, if you guys are enjoying the lessons, be sure to click that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It really does help. So here we go. E7 twice, A7 once, E7 once. Here we go. Just like that. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and do it again. So there it is. Really fun stuff. Really great building that dexterity with this riff. It's a ton of fun. So let's look at our chorus here. So what I'm hearing when I'm listening to this song sounds like an F sharp 5, like bar chord, power chord at the top, with a little movement with that open E string, sounds like. From there, we're going to go to an A7, to a G sharp 7, to a C sharp 7, to a B7. Love the 7th chords. So let me show you how to play that. So what we're going to do here, so we're going to start with that. Again, it sounds like an F sharp 5 power chord to me. So we're going to get our first finger, okay? And again, this is really great for learning our bar chords. I know many of you want practice, so this is a good one. We're going to get our first finger across the 2nd fret of all 6 strings, all right? From there, we're going to get our 3rd finger, placing that on the C sharp 4th fret of the A string. Pinky finger plays the next F sharp. This is on the 4th fret of the D string. So we're just going to strum this. Okay, all downward strokes here. We're really driving this beat, okay? So something to keep in mind when I like to play this, and this is just my interpretation and of the Beatles tune, I like to palm mute this just a little bit. And kind of lift that first finger up to kind of give that F sharp 5 a little bit of movement. So with the palm mute, okay, this side of my hand here, like I'm gonna do, like if I'm chopping something, right? So this part here, I'm placing this right in front of that bridge, okay? This part of the guitar is called the bridge. I'm gonna place it right in front. I am not pressing, I'm letting it chill. I'm letting it relax, okay? And I am strumming from my wrist, okay? Getting that momentum from the wrist through the thumb and that first finger, holding the pick very gently here. I don't wanna hold the pick too hard, okay? So, just like that. Keep it nice and consistent. Notice how there's slight movement in that wrist, okay? Just like that. From there, we're gonna move this up to the 5th fret, okay, with the E string. There's our A. 3rd finger is on the E note, 7th fret of the A string. Now, here's where it changes. We're making this a 7th chord. We're going from a power chord to a 7th chord. Lift the pinky finger out of the way. We do not need it anymore, okay? Place that 2nd finger on the 6th fret of that G string. So that right there is our C sharp. That's our 3rd of this chord. So again, A, C sharp, E, and G. Those are the target centers for this A7. What we're gonna do here, I really want us to highlight, okay, that C sharp that's being played. We're gonna carry that note through with this chord. So when we strum this, we're gonna release that palm mute just a little bit because we want this chord to really ring through. We're building dynamics with this chorus, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, downward strokes, nothing too crazy. From there, we're gonna bring this back a half step. For us guitar players, that is 1 fret. We're now going to play the G sharp 7 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So let's go ahead from the F sharp 5 to the A7 to the G sharp 7. Here we go. Slight palm muting here. Release the palm mute, A7, G sharp 7, good. From there, G sharp 7, we're at the 4th fret of the E string. Bring this shape up, okay? Hover over those strings, have it land on the 9th fret of the E string, that first finger, okay? 2nd finger should, or 3rd finger rather, should be on the 11th fret of the A string, and then our 2nd finger is playing this note, okay? At the 10th fret of the G string. Good stuff. So that is our C sharp 7 chord. 2, 3, 4. We're gonna bring this back a whole step to our B7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so just like that. Now, let's go ahead and play that chorus. From the top, F sharp 5. To A7. 2, 3, 4, G sharp 7, C sharp 7, B7. Okay, let's do that again without the commentary. Here we go. So what we're gonna do here, let's go ahead and play through that chorus one more time, and let's do that E riff twice at the end. All right, so here we go, chorus one more time. Okay, again, really build the dynamics here. Let those chords ring nice. Okay, so here we go. E7 riff, here we go. So from there, we go into verse 2, which is exactly the same as verse 1. Let's go ahead and do that now. 2 parts E7 to 1 part A7 riff to 1 part E7 riff, okay? And from there, let's go into that second chorus, exactly the same as the first one. All right, so here we go. E7, A7, E7, chorus, chords, here we go. chorus. Now we get into a bridge. So what's happening is the bridge is we're now playing a B7 riff, okay? So same vibe as the A7 and the E7 riff. We're gonna play it in a different spot. I like playing it here. I will show you why. It's really fun to play. A little more stretchy than the other one. We're gonna be using all of our fingers here. It's gonna sound like this. I'm gonna play it slowly. So, sounds like this. Some great stretching here. So let me show you how to play this. We're going to start with our second finger on the 7th fret of the E string. That's where B lives. We're going to reach with our first finger, 5th fret of the A string, D as in dog, to the D sharp. So 5th and 6th fret, respectively. With your pinky finger, okay? I want you to play that F sharp note at the 9th fret of the A string. Don't forget to alternate pick too. Okay, so let's do that again. Nice and slowly here. Can't play anything fast, we can't play slow. You can do this. One more time. And something I want to mention here too. Notice how you cannot see my thumb when I'm playing this. By placing that thumb, okay, really like towards the middle of the neck, okay, so we can't see it here. If you have a Fender style, okay, Strat, or, you know, where we have the skunk stripe here. So see that skunk stripe? That's where I want your thumb when you're playing this. By placing that thumb lower, it's gonna allow those fingers to stretch a lot better. So that's gonna really help when you play this riff. So from there, what I like to do, I like to place my pinky on the 9th fret of that D string. So that's another B note. Okay, to that A note with our first finger, okay, 7th fret of that D string. Let's go ahead and do all of that together. So see that pinky drop right there? To that first finger. Now, here's another cool reach. From that first finger, that A note, to that F sharp, I want you to play that F sharp with your second finger on the 9th fret of the A string. And again, I'm playing this a little bit staccato so you can really hear how we're stretching those fingers. Okay, again. Again. Now, why I'm playing with my second finger here, I want to reach and play that C sharp, okay, that 11th fret D string with my pinky. This is going to allow the hands to be nice and steady, okay? That's what we're looking for there. Playing that C sharp, let's do that again. Just like that, let's do it again. From there, go back, okay? Second finger to the F sharp, 9th fret A string. First finger plays our A note, 7th fret. Third finger plays the 9th fret of that D string, which is B. Let's play the whole thing. okay? Have fun with that. That's a really cool riff. So from there, we're gonna go into the guitar solo. It's a little hard to hear, so I'm gonna do my best with what I heard. It's really, really cool. So we've got this. Really cool stuff. I particularly love the beginning. So what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna break it down in 1, 2, 3 parts. Get that third finger, placing it on the 5th fret of that B string. We're gonna slide it back a half step. Really quick, like a whisper, okay? It's the best analogy I can come up with right now. Just like a little whisper, really nice and quick. We don't wanna stay on that E note too long. So just like that. I like to use my 3rd finger here because we're gonna come back and we're gonna bend this note, okay? And that 3rd finger is really strong. So there's that quick little whisper of a slide back, okay? I'm gonna get that 2nd finger here. I'm placing that on the 4th fret of the G string, okay? So that's a B note. From there, gonna slide back up and then bend to that 5th fret, so. And that's gonna be a whole step bend to that B string 5th fret. So listen. So when you're doing that bend at 5th fret of that B string, see my 2nd finger? It's helping me bend that up. Now, we know if we don't bend it enough, that we don't want. Doesn't sound too good, right? So really use the help of that 2nd finger to get that F sharp. Now our pinky is gonna go ahead and play the 5th fret of the high E string. That's gonna be our A note. See what I mean by playing that with that 3rd finger? Really helps a lot by getting that 2nd finger there to help, and then allows the pinky finger to play that high A note. And you're gonna bring it back. So let's play this all together. All right, little strat. Stay in tune as we do this. Here we go. Just like that. Practice this slow because we want this to be really nice and fluid. If it's too staticky, it's not going to work with the vibe, okay? So really hear that swell as we're bending, and then we bring it back down. Let's do that again. Okay, again. And get that pick out of the way so you can really hear that going down. One more time. Just like that. All right, so what's happening next is we're then gonna slide that 3rd finger to that 12th fret of the B string, which is a B note. We're gonna strike it 2 times really fast. Okay, up, down, alternate picking here. And then once by itself. Just like that. So let's do it with part 1. Pretty straightforward. Let's do that again. So that's part 1 and part 2. Now when we look at part 3, it's gonna sound like this. I'll play it a little slower. We're gonna get our 1st finger on the 10th fret of the high E string. That's a D note, D as in dog. 12th fret of the B string, B. Back to our D note, to E, 12th fret of the E string. We're gonna bend that E note a whole step, just like we did over here, but we're gonna do it here. So that E to F sharp. Bring it back down. Now notice here, with my picking hand, I'm only striking it once. So that 12th fret, pluck it, whole step bend, bring it back down. Okay, try not to get the other strings like I just did there. just like that, okay? From there, go back to that D note and hit that B note 2 times. That's part 3, okay? So let's do that nice and slowly here. Again. Once more. Pretty straightforward, but very, very effective. Let's go ahead and play the whole thing. Parts 1, 2, and 3. Let's do it again. Let's give it a little speed again. Now, towards the end of that solo, it's a little hard to hear. I'm kind of sort of hearing like an open B string with the B note here at the 4th fret of the G string. If you wanted to do something kind of cool, I was messing around with this where you could play the B note at the 12th fret and then that F sharp here on the 14th fret of the high E to kind of do something cool. Again, that isn't on the recording. But if you wanted to fill that space, you could do something cool with the B note engaged. So again, plant the seeds here on the riff rundown. If you think it sounds cool with your band, if you're playing, then great. But yeah, something to fill that space. So that's the tune. So after we do that guitar solo, and that guitar solo happens at the 1 minute 31 second mark of the song, we go back into the E riff or the E7 riff, into another verse, into another chorus, and then that E riff to fade. So it's pretty neat. So with a little bit of time we have left, let's go ahead and do a verse and a chorus, and we'll do a little bit of that bridge. So here we go. Chorus. Bridge. Into our solo. Of the tune. This song is so much fun. So have fun with that. Listen to the track and see how all of this really comes together. Such a catchy song, great vocal harmonies, awesome guitar and songwriting. It's just a really fun one to play, and it's a great song to have in your back pocket if you're like going to jams and stuff. It's a really fun one to play. So as always, I want to thank my friends at Fishman for helping me do these lessons week after week. And most certainly, I want to thank all of you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being so kind to each other in the comments. I see it. I love how uplifting everyone is. So thank you all for just being so cool and for sharing these live stream lessons with your friends. I really appreciate it. So as always, wishing you much success on your musical journeys. Again, you're enjoying the lessons. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and have a wonderful weekend. Play a lot of music, and just, it's always such an honor to